Today I'm going to be comparing three powerhouse cameras that content creators love: the iPhone 16 Pro, the DJI Pocket 3, and the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. Is the iPhone 16 Pro's 3-camera system enough, or do you still require a gimbal with the camera or an action camera as well? Let's dive into this. So quick overview of the specs. The iPhone 16 Pro has 3 cameras. It can shoot photos in RAW in 48 megapixel. Even on the ultra wide camera, it can shoot an Apple ProRes log. However, in order to shoot in 4K 60 and 120 frames per second, you're going to need an external drive because the file sizes are massive. The Pocket 3 is a camera on a gimbal that helps you get stabilized footage. It has a 1-inch camera sensor with an aperture of 2.8 and can shoot in D-Log-M, which is 10-bit, and also normal color profile in 10-bit, including HLG. It's a 3-axis gimbal and can shoot 4K up to 120 frames per second. The Action 5 Pro has a 1/1.3-inch camera sensor and can shoot 4K up to 120 frames per second in 10-bit normal color profile. It can shoot in HLG and 10-bit D-Log-M as well. The iPhone 16 Pro is the most versatile but the largest, and the Action 5 Pro is the most rugged, and the Pocket 3 is surprisingly compact for what it offers. So I'm going to start with the stabilization test. I have walked first with these different cameras, and then I started running a bit. And here's what they look like. Now, the iPhone 16 Pro has inbuilt stabilization known as Action Mode, which is released with the iPhone 14 series, if I'm not mistaken. But it can only shoot at a max resolution of 2.8K, and it does crop in quite a bit whether you're on the main camera or the ultra wide camera. Now, the Pocket 3 is a gimbal with a camera attached, so it does get you pretty stable footage while you're walking as well. So it really helps you get stabilized footage from different angles and helps you focus on a subject and get that smooth, buttery looking footage. I mostly use the Action 5 Pro for FPV. Now, even though the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro has inbuilt Rocksteady and Rocksteady Plus, which does crop in, they're pretty good when it's stabilized internally. However, those of us who fly FPV prefer to stabilize it with apps such as Gyroflow in post. So we turn off the internal stabilization and let Gyroflow do its thing, and it's pretty smooth. It stabilizes the Action 5 Pro footage even better than Rocksteady or Rocksteady Plus. Now let's compare the footage from these different cameras that I filmed in flat color profiles. Now with the Apple ProRes log, it is a big file size, but it's much easier for editing apps to read. And also the Apple ProRes log is true log. So if you compare that to, let's say, DJI's D-Log, it looks pretty flat. It's similar to DJI's D-Log compared to D-Log-M from the Pocket 3 and the Action 5 Pro. It's not as flat as D-Log or Apple ProRes log, but it does retain quite a bit of information, giving you that flexibility to color grade your footage in post. However, all these 3 cameras did amazing. I also found footage in low light conditions. The Pocket 3 and the Action 5 Pro have night modes in them, so I filmed it in auto settings at first, and then I turned on night mode as well, and then I filmed it on the iPhone 16 Pro too. Personally, I like the footage that comes out of the iPhone 16 Pro just a little more. Now you have more control over your adjustments such as shutter speed, ISO, and sharpness with the Pocket 3 and the Osmo Action 5 Pro, including white balance. But with the iPhone 16 Pro, you don't really have those controls unless you get third-party apps like, say, Moment, for example, and then put on an ND filter and then control your exposure manually. However, there are certain things you can do with the iPhone 16 Pro's native camera app in order to lock exposure and your focus, etc., so it doesn't change when you're moving from one scene to the next. Now, I didn't compare the photos from these cameras. The iPhone definitely wins in that aspect. It has 3 different cameras and can shoot in 48 megapixels. The Pocket 3 can shoot in about 9.4 megapixels if I'm not mistaken. The Action 5 Pro can shoot 40 megapixel raw photos. Now there's some certain features that each of these have that are unique to them. With the iPhone 16 Pro, you have cinematic mode, you have ProRes log, and you have different photography styles. With the Pocket 3, you've got active track, you've got the motion lapse feature, which is what I use quite often, and you've also got spotlight mode. With the Action 5 Pro, you've got horizon leveling, horizon steady, and it is waterproof as well. With the iPhone 16 Pro, you've got different features when it comes to recording audio. So when you're recording a video, there's different modes of audio that you can use. So if you hit edit on your video, you go to audio mix, you've got standard, in-frame, studio, and cinematic modes to choose from when it comes to audio for your videos shot on your iPhone.
So this is
what the audio sounds like straight from the iPhone 16 Pro, no mic attached, just plain simple audio straight out the iPhone 16 Pro. So this is what the audio sounds like straight from the iPhone 16 Pro, no mic attached, just plain simple audio straight out the iPhone 16 Pro, being shot in 4K 30 frames per second. This audio is straight out of the Osmo Pocket 3. This is what it sounds like, straight out of the camera, no adjustments made. This audio is straight out of the Osmo Action 5 Pro, no mic attached. This is what it sounds like straight out of the camera. The DJI Mic 2 easily connects without having to connect the receiver to the Pocket 3 or the Action 5 Pro. You just connect it via Bluetooth, and once it's connected to any one of those cameras, you just turn it on and it automatically connects. You can also connect the DJI Mic 2 to your iPhone 16 Pro, or you can connect any other wireless microphones to these cameras as well for better audio. Here's a comparison of the 4K 120 on all of these cameras. After extensive testing across various scenarios, it's clear that each device serves a distinct purpose in a content creator's arsenal. The iPhone 16 Pro proves itself as the most versatile option, excelling in computational photography and offering incredible convenience with its all-in-one approach. Its ability to seamlessly switch between photo and video modes, combined with its robust ecosystem integration, makes it the ideal choice for social media creators and those who need to produce content on the fly. It also has the best battery life out of all the three cameras, and it's always with you. Now, the Pocket 3 offers perhaps the best balance of portability and professional level footage. Its 1-inch sensor and 3-axis gimbal combine to deliver remarkably smooth footage with superior low-light performance. Travel vloggers, documentary makers, or anyone who values both quality and portability, this device offers unmatched versatility in a pocket-sized form factor. Osmo Action 5 Pro stands out as the ultimate companion for adventure seekers and extreme sports enthusiasts. Its waterproof design, exceptional horizon leveling, and rock-solid stabilization make it the go-to choice when conditions get rough. If you're planning capture surfing, mountain biking, or any high-impact activities, this is your camera. With 3 different cameras, you've got more versatility when it comes to shooting photos and videos with your iPhone 16 Pro. If you want more smooth footage with your iPhone 16 Pro, you can get a gimbal and shoot smooth footage with it. You can also get those time lapses, motion lapses, which is what I use the Pocket 3 for mainly, to get those motion lapses from one side to the other or in different angles. It gives you some really creative perspectives, just helps add dynamic to your footage, to your videos. With the Pocket 3, if you're someone who loves vlogging, you can just turn the camera to you and look at yourself in the screen, and you can also turn on tracking. So if you're positioning yourself in different angles, you don't have to worry about centering yourself. It will focus on you and it will track you, and you can place yourself on the different places of the thirds in order to position yourself, and it'll do that for you. That is an incredible feature to have for vloggers. Now, I mostly use the Action 5 Pro for FPV, and I also use it to get a lot of time lapses, but I also use it when I'm going underwater. Now, here's the thing, that the Action 5 Pro is an action camera, so I'm not afraid of placing it somewhere like in sand or by the ocean, on the shore. It's a pretty tough camera, and I'm not afraid to get it dirty, and I'm not afraid of it getting damaged because it's pretty tough. It also has a tracking feature in it as well. Not the same as the Pocket 3, but close enough. The Action 5 Pro can also make a very good vlogging camera because it's also got a screen on the front, and you can also use the front screen to change settings as well. So ultimately, the best camera for you depends on your content style and shooting conditions. The iPhone 16 Pro is your Swiss Army knife, the Action 5 Pro is your rugged specialist, and the Pocket 3 is your portable powerhouse. Some creators might even benefit from combining 2 or all 3 of these devices for different scenarios. Remember, it's not just about the specs, it's about finding the tool that best fits your creative vision and workflow. Each of these devices has proven itself capable of producing professional quality content. The key is choosing the one that aligns with your specific needs. Let me know which of these cameras aligns more with your workflow and why. I hope you enjoyed this comparison video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.